JD's and Lentilman, what's up? That's a solid intro. I forgot to open the chat. I actually have to look at chat on my phone tonight because I am streaming PS5, which means I can't have the chat on the same screen that I'm playing on. So just, yep, one momento. I don't even see the stream on my own channel yet. Come on now, don't be shy. All right, well, yeah, I guess I'm not doing it that way. All right. Chat is now up on my phone. Hurry up. All right. So hopefully that's not going to be too hard to read while I'm doing my stuff. But yeah, welcome to Gran Turismo 7 for once instead of GT4 because I finished GT4 last month. Or was it the month before? Yeah, 2 months ago almost now. So yeah, time's been flying by, and I haven't done a stream since, but I'm just going to screw around on GT7 tonight. I would like to do a couple daily races, but I'm not really a fan of the current races this week, so I might just do a little bit of time trials, maybe some power pack stuff, and maybe a lobby or two. So, yeah, I actually haven't even done this time trial yet. Because this car is extremely difficult to drive, and I could not get it down at all. It handles like an SUV, probably because it is one. So, I'm gonna give it another shot today. But yeah, as far as the title of the stream goes, that is in fact true. I can feel it in my bones that my time with my current job is close to ending due to the way the last few days have gone. I mean, it's a temporary job anyways, so by the end of the year, I'm going to lose it regardless. But it's looking like it's going to be a little bit earlier than that now. So with that being said, I'm going to have to figure some stuff out. And I think streaming GT7 more often and making it a more normal thing is probably the best thing I can do right now. Of course, I can still stream GT4 and stuff like that. And I am planning on restarting this game at the beginning of next year, where I will be doing a 100% run of it, including 100% collecting the cars and going for a platinum trophy again, just to see, like, I am terrible at driving this thing, by the way, but just to see how the game stacks up in today's state, and because I did most of this game's progression, like, way back in, like, okay, I'm not even gonna pay attention to those breakpoints anymore because this is terrible. But yeah, I have not really had anything to do in this game for a couple of years except log on. Dude, this car is so bad. Like, actually. But, if I can get back on track with what I'm trying to say. Every now and then I just hop on this game, either just to make content or check out the new stuff in whatever update. And I haven't really had anything to grind for a long, long time. So I think it'll be fun to start all over again, and I might... Okay, yeah, it's still gonna give me another invalid lap. Of course it is. But, yeah, I just want to see how the game is now with all the cars that they've added, the new tracks, new features, starting fresh. This is a great start. It's almost like it's almost like it's an SUV or something. I have no idea where I literally have looked up 0 lap guides for this, so this is completely raw trying to figure out this car. I already know the track pretty well. I've driven it quite a bit, as well as Jill Villeneuve, which I finally pronounced it. I guess. Beforehand, I just never even attempted to pronounce the name of that track, but I'm gonna go with Jill Villeneuve. And if it's wrong, then oh well. Sue me. You know what's really wrong, though? Me trying to drive this absolute boat. It has racing tires on it, but it feels like I'm driving sports hards. And I hit the Ballard. So ideally, as far as like the whole employment situation goes, of course, ahead of time, my plan was to look for something else as soon as this job ended anyways, but if it's going to happen a little bit sooner than that, then I'm probably going to give like streaming a solid shot for a couple weeks. Strictly on Gran Turismo 7 though, because if I have any hope of making this into a thing, then GT7 daily races are going to be, like, the thing to get into. I'm not going to do, like... I'm already committing myself to doing another playthrough of this game, so I don't want to have two different playthrough series. So, yeah, there's got to be some entertainment value somewhere in this channel. And redoing a playthrough of this game is not really going to provide that. Also, another invalidated lap, that's fun. Yeah, it's really easy to tickle the ballards in this. The ballards. The ballads. Yeah, I mean, I like the Espas and all, but it just sucks to drive, though. I really, like, looking at it, listening to it is cool, but driving it, not so much. It's probably, like, one of the worst cars I've driven in this game so far. I mean, I expected it to not be perfect, but this is, like... And it's going to be invalidated again, because I touched the bollard. I'm going to give this 3 more attempts, and if I still can't get it, then I'm just going to do it off-stream, because I do not want to be here forever. I am not that interested. We'll find out what my best time at Tsukuba Circuit is after this. Once and for all. And there's another one. Alright, you know what? I'm not even going to give it a few more tries. I'm going to do it off stream because that's awful. Trust me, even I'm already bored to death. Alright, so we'll do this instead. I already did the Polestar challenge, which ends in 3 minutes, by the way. It doesn't look like that time is going to be beaten, so I think I'm safe. Unless Jeddah pulls a last-second miracle in that 3 minutes. But we're going to hop in the Mines R34. There are many skylines, but this one is Mines. Yeah, the power pack, I mean, apparently they... Now, I don't know if it's true, I think they were just bullshitting, but apparently they made a change to the AI in the power pack today, so I'm probably going to check that out. I mean, the power pack was okay to me, but... I don't know. Like, is it worth 30 bucks? Fuck no. I still think it's like a $15 pack at most. Because all it is race events. Mostly. I mean, you can get 6 cars out of it too, but Eh. No B spec in the endurance races, which is like a big bummer. And yeah, I mean the races themselves, they were kind of mediocre. All still pretty easy. Because I mean the AI, the AI had interesting racecraft for being AI. But the problem is that they don't take good lines. They kind of drive like I do, which is not a compliment. Not something a game dev wants to hear either. They drive just as bad as me. But they are still pretty easy to win. And I've done, like, I think 6 or 7 races so far. One of the more annoying races was the Nürburgring race. The one before Group 3, it's the one where you can drive either the BMW, the Porsche, or the Mercedes. But you had to do 2 full laps just for qualifying alone, and then I think the race itself was just 1 lap, so you're spending more time qualifying than actually racing. Which is not the most fun thing. I don't know what the gold time on this is, by the way. Usually, like, in the online time trials, I just, like, go until I'm, like, a little bit past gold. Just for, like, some breathing room for the rest of the duration of the time trial, and then I just call it good after that. I never, like, go for top 1% or anything like that. Yeah, you can save during them, too. They nerfed the AI in qualifying. The game did not need that. Why did they do that? That makes no sense. I might need to open up a Tigeny lap guide here in a minute. I might have done 9 hours of Tsukuba a couple months ago, but different game, different car. You know what I mean? Excuses, excuses. And I wish you could get rid of that really annoying suggested gear indicator thing. Same problem with GT4. Oh, there's a half second. Whole lot of on-throttle oversteer with this. I think 3rd gear might be the strat for that. Tesla system going to work. Unless the mines deletes the Tesla system, which it might. Not all too familiar with it. Alright, there we go. 59 almost. Or almost to 58. Sorry, 3rd gear. Oh yeah, that's a strat. Almost 3/10 immediately, even though it was still kind of sloppy on the exit. Okay, I don't know what I did there, but let me check this gold time, because that might be enough right there. I don't know. I think people are able to get into, like, the high 57s. Oh no, I'm way off. Alright, I still need 4/10. I'm gonna go for a 58.5 and then call it good. Like low end 58.5. Maybe 58.4 just to be safe. Alright, I'm still way faster than the Ghost, even though it wasn't my ideal line. It's probably third here. Yep. Okay, apparently that wasn't off track. Or was that? I don't know if third out of there is a strat. Yep, there we go, 58.9. Actually, that's not anywhere near where I need to be. I thought that was, like, way better than what I needed. I need a 58.5-ish. Okay, that was really bad. Yeah, the way it works in GT7 now is you just, well, I guess you just close out of the race and then it'll do it automatically, but it never tells you, like, that you can resume it after. I think somebody, like, found it on accident or something. Either way, I mean, I'm not super interested in the endurance races right now. Eventually I will get to it, but I don't know. The power pack itself, I just haven't been really inclined to play it. I should have started in third instead of shifting it mid-corner like that. So I'm going to try second again here. No, that really doesn't do much. Kind of late here. It's really hard to shift whatever, like, you have the wheel turned all the way like this. Like, my fingers just don't work anymore whenever the paddle's down there. It's just like, ah! I did get a peek of the Suzuka 6-hour, and there is, I don't know if it's actually scripted weather, if it's like dynamic weather, but there is rain in it, so that's nice to see Sophie, at least 3.0, finally compatible with rain. Unfortunately, the custom race Sophie is still 2.1. So I'm hoping in the next update or two we actually get either we get 3.0 in custom races, or they just expand it to every track. There's still, like, not a whole lot of Sophie compatible tracks. Okay, that was a solid amount of time shaved off, at least in this run. A little late, maybe, I don't know. We're just 2.5 tenths away from the goal now, but without any breathing room. This time trial just went live, like, earlier today. I can't shift again. Okay, that was so much better. That ought to do it. There we go, 58.3. What is your best time on Tsukuba Circuit? I think we just figured it out. I'll finish this lap and then I'll just go ahead and call it. Because I don't want this stream to be all time trial stuff. I'm going to do Spa after this. Spa Group 1. As long as, Alright, well, fuck it, I guess. As long as a Group 1 car that's meta for it isn't a Group C car, then shouldn't take too long, I don't think. The masculine urge to soft quit your job and make GT content. Yeah, unfortunately, this job actually pays good, and GT content's not going to pay good for a while. Especially starting back up again from where I am. Unless I continue to stream this game, like, fairly consistently, and then, like, the viewership picks up, but so far, it's gonna be an uphill battle to get back there. Alright, well, I guess I'm just rocking the 919 for this. I really want to get the, it pains me to say it, but I want to save up for another Fanatec product, and I kind of want to upgrade to the DD Extreme. So if I can survive at work for another week or two, then I'll be set. I'll be able to pick one of those up and still have some breathing room. But if they let go of me tomorrow or at the end of this week, then the grind is definitely going to be real. I don't want to do like daily streams or anything like that, but I am going to have to get a little bit creative and do some things that I have never really done before, and apparently I tickled the Ballard again. But yeah, gonna have to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and do daily race streams, which I'm not the biggest fan of daily races in this game. I was hoping they would make some significant changes to it with Spec 3, but they did not touch it at all. With the online improvements that they were talking about, they meant strictly for lobbies, and that's basically it. So it's just the same old daily race thing. And I'm still confused as to why they call it daily races, because they reset every week. They are weekly races. Get it right. I think that, I don't know about fixes to lobbies, but they definitely added some features. Like, you actually now have private rooms, which is nice. And, I actually don't know, I don't know any other changes. There were a few of them, but that's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. That is way too late. Exiting the hairpins in third on Tsukuba, no, I mean, second gear wasn't really doing anything, I don't think. And the shift delay just makes it kind of useless. The region feature? I don't remember that. What was that about? Like you can make it North America, Europe, etc. only. I mean, that could be kind of useful for like connection-wise. It's been a while since I've driven this track, specifically with the Group 1 car. If I were to start streaming this more frequently, everybody would quickly pick up the fact that I'm kind of rusty on this game. I don't play this game like 24/7 like a lot of the other streamers do, so I'm kind of like starting from the beginning. But I've thought about like getting some coaching sessions or something like that, because I kind of feel like I might need it, just so I get a head start. I think 7th gear is useless here too. Yeah, 7th is absolutely useless. Oh, yeah, searching by region. That's right. If I read that right. It's probably why I didn't see Super GT's lobby pop up the other day, whenever he did one on stream. I was sitting there like spamming refresh and it never popped up. So yeah, now that makes sense. Alright, hopefully I can get a clean lap for once. That would be nice. Now, it would be cool, like, if these streams, like, if I keep doing them and viewership goes up, I would like to do some lobbies, like, on a semi-consistent basis, like, maybe once a week. And have, like, a variety of racing and stuff, like, we could schedule them ahead of time and be like, build a car with 350 horsepower and 3,000 pounds or less, or more. Because the PP rating is kind of busted, of course. Or if we want to make sure there's no exploits, we could do something really specific, like 620 PP FR only, and yeah, you just basically say it in the lobby instead of like a few days before, where people have time to like test things and try to make sure it works. And of course shuffle racing too, but I'm gonna need a bot for that, because unfortunately they didn't add shuffle racing in Spec 3 either. That would have been like, that would have made the update for me, but because like the features just weren't there, like the biggest thing about the update was the cars and the tracks. Kinda underwhelmed by it, not gonna lie, in that aspect. I mean, yes, Marina, it's a cool track, but I don't know if I like racing it. Gilles Villeneuve is a cool track for time trial, but judging by this week's Daily Race A, not so great for racing. It is a SR nightmare. It was fun in Group 3 though. I did a lobby with Grove Street, and we did quite a lot of Group 3 on both Yas Marina and Jill Villeneuve, and both of them were kind of chaotic. But it was like day 2 of Spec 3 anyways, so everybody was still getting used to the tracks. Come on! Oh, I hate those bollards so much. Try to carry more speed through here for once too. Touch them again. I don't know why I got on the throttle like that. If you haven't noticed by now, my driving is very sloppy. And yes, most of the time it's like this, usually. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm just having an off day. Like, it's actually like this in this game. Every now and then I can lock in and put down like very consistent laps, but most of the time I'm just out of it. And it feels like that I'm hitting every single mark the exact same way every single time, but one lap I'll go 10 yards deeper into a corner and have absolutely no idea why it happened. I don't know how people do it. Fired? Yeah, I feel it coming, because the last couple weeks have been very rough at work. And I just feel it in my bones. They're gonna let me go early. It's a temporary job anyway, so the job's gonna end at the end of the year regardless, but it feels like it's getting to the point where they're just trying to make me quit, or they're just gonna outright fire me by the end of the week, maybe. If they don't, then I'll be kind of surprised, but that's the vibe I'm feeling in the air right now. This will now be my 4th lap straight that has been invalidated. I haven't gone off track or spun yet. It's just I can't keep myself away from these eel thingies in the corners. I have the urge to smack them. How's the wheel on this compared to GT4? Well, with GT4, I mean, obviously the force feedback is more dated. But on this game, you don't have to deal with, like, the crazy high downforce oscillations that you get in a straight line. They still exist, but yeah. Hit the rev limiter 3 times at the start of that. I do want to get the DD Extreme though, and either the Formula or the GT3 wheel with it. But my original plan was just to get a different wheel, like, and leave the base the same. And I was seconds away from ordering the Fanatec GT3 wheel, like the new one. And then I realized it's a QR2 wheel, and I have QR1 right now, so I was like, okay, well, how much are they gonna rob me by upgrading to QR2? And it's like, I don't remember the exact price, but it was well over $100, and that is $100 too much. $100 more than I'm willing to pay. Just for that. So I said, screw it. The DD Extreme is on sale right now. It's like $1,200 as opposed to $1,500 or $1,600. I might as well just go ahead and jump straight to that. It has QR2 on it. That way I don't have to buy QR2 just for this base. I'll just upgrade everything along with it. I still have the CSL pedals without the load cell. Realistically, that should be the first thing I upgrade, but I'm ready for more force feedback, and I'm interested in what that Fanatec full force is. Don't get me wrong, I still have issues with Fanatec as a company for their insultingly high price tags, but with the DD Extreme being on sale for now, I think it's lasting until the end of the year, so I have a little bit of time left. And I already have other Fanatec stuff, so I'm a prisoner to the ecosystem now, but I would like to switch to Moza, but I just don't like the idea of using an adapter for the PS5. I like native compatibility. Also, there was it wasn't exactly a wheel, it was like the, oh my god, of course. The Universal Hub V2, I really wanted to get that. It was like $350 at the beginning of the year, and I went back a couple months ago to buy it, and it jumped up to $500. The Corsair tax just destroying everything it touches. And now they dropped it back down to like just a little over or a little under 400 now, but still, it is absolutely ridiculous. Like, insultingly high prices. But that's what happens, I guess, whenever you're a company that deals in a very posh industry such as sim racing. It's a money pit. Because not only is it a gaming market, it's also a motorsports market, so there's just money everywhere. I have not used the Driving Force GT2013. I used the G29, that was my first one. That's the only Logitech wheel I've used so far. That was my first one, this was my second one, and then the Thrustmaster T598 was my third one. And the T598 is decent. I mean, it's sitting back there in my cubbies. I don't see it. Yeah, it's kind of blocked, but I don't know. The build quality and the base in general is a step down from this one. Thrustmaster doesn't have as big of an ecosystem, so that's why I'm not really sticking with it. If I could move away from Fanatec forever, I definitely would, but the products are good. They're on sale, so fuck it. Moza does have a sale right now too, but it's it's almost nothing. It's like 10 or 15% off site-wide, which is like comical. Or at least they did have a sale for Black Friday leading up to it, but I haven't checked in a couple weeks. It's probably over now. Yeah, 6 laps and only one valid one. Seventh gear is useless. Why am I switching to it? Alright, my one of my downshifts there did not register. This is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be my last one. I don't even know what the gold time... It just ignored one again. Oh my god. It ignored another input. That's like one weird issue that I've been having with this wheel too. Oh, well. Apparently I smoked the gold time anyways. That was more than enough. Of course, there's a lot more leeway, but I'm actually kind of surprised it's not lower than that. Yeah, 2.58%. What's the gold time? Oh, I'm half a second into it. We're good. Thank fuck. Well, no, I know I can't spam downshifts like, but when I was downshifting just like normally, it ignored a couple of them in between, and it has done that on GT4 quite a bit too. But this is the other wheel that I have. If you would focus, you fuck. It has the V1 hub on it, and it's all plastic. It's chintzy. The buttons are very, very stiff, and they're all up top. But I got this used from someone else for like $60, so screw it. And I really like the wheel rim on it, but I want the V2 hub for this. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of pissed off at it being $500 retail now. But yeah, the Polestar time trial is now gone, so that is over. I should be getting my money. Give me my money. Unless it's delayed. Oh, there we go. 2 million Canadian pesos for that. Check the contacts on the wheel's connection. Like, take it apart and look at it. I don't know. I mean, by the time I get around to that, I hope I have a whole new wheel to use. I'm planning on ordering the DD Extreme, like, next week. If I'm still working, that is. If they let me go by the end of the week, then it's game over. Oh, wow. I can't believe I won the fully customizable suspension for the Logitech LQ500 2017. These things are a waste of time, but we have them, so... Chump change. Thank you for the Stage 1 Turbo Kit, I guess. Or whatever you can buy with that. I don't even know. Alright, I need to do something different. That's enough time trials for today. I think I'm going to do a power pack race. Hello, Sarah. You can leave now, because I want to do some driving. I kind of want to do this race, because it looks cool, but this is what I've done so far. This was the... No, what was it? Was it this one? Yeah, this one, not a really big fan of it because of the whole 2-lap qualifying for a 1-lap race thing. But yeah, we also have this. But it's at one of the worst tracks in the game, Nürburgring GP. I absolutely despise it. We have this, which is on the worst layout of Lake Louise. We have this, which actually... It actually looks really fun. I might actually do that one instead. And this, Brands Hatch, gross. Gardens, gross. Dope. I didn't look at this one, but it's Monza. Road Atlanta. Ooh. Alright. Maybe a little bit of Road Atlanta action in the Mach 40. I'm gonna do this one, and I think I'm gonna do Road Atlanta. So, GT40 Mark II. Let's get it. Now, I hardly ever drive the classic race cars in this game, so this is gonna be a new experience for me. It's definitely gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, I think. My opinion on the GR GT. I don't really care for the looks. I mean, maybe it'll grow on me later. I like the idea of a V8, even though it's a hybrid. And the first thing I noticed whenever I saw a picture of the interior is Alcantara on the center console where your arm rests. Red Alcantara too, so you just know for a fact that after a couple weeks of driving it, that thing is going to turn into some nasty colors. And it's going to get real sticky with human slime and be very unpleasant to touch very quickly. I don't know about you guys, but I despise Alcantara. It's one of the worst materials ever. And some people are crazy enough to put them on their steering wheels, like, no. I mean, I say this, but this steering wheel is, like, very, very abrasive, sticky rubber, which I probably hate even more. But Alcantara is just... It's a bad material. I never liked it. Now, this seat has Alcantara too, but they call it suede, which I guess it's different. They're similar though, but I think Alcantara is like more coarse, I guess is the right word for it. Nice entry there. And I think suede is like a little bit more fine fabric, or fibers rather. But it's fine in this case. I mean, on this seat it's decent, but it's just Alcantara is just, especially on a high-touch surface, not a fan. And if your hands are dirty, then... okay. That, that braking zone is definitely not where the game says it is. No, I'm not fired yet. But I feel it coming soon. It's a decent paying job too. It'll suck when it happens, but just the vibes that I'm getting and the way these past couple weeks have been, I don't feel like I'm going to be there that much longer. Also, I don't think this race is going to go that well because this car is kind of tricky. And I'm not very good. There's only been one race that I lost so far in the Power Pack. And that is the really slow cars on Eiger. I got P2 driving the Fiat 500. Okay, I don't think there's a strat there. I'm kind of like relearning this game all over again. Because of how little I played it the past couple of years, I never got to that level of just being able to get on and do some shit. Mastering this game is definitely something that I would like to do. And I'm probably going to have plenty of time to do that in the next couple weeks. Because originally the plan was I was going to work this job until the end of the year, which is when it ends anyways, and then just go ham with streaming and go ham with content at the beginning of next year. But, I mean, if it gets cut off early, then I guess I'm starting this early. I gotta make a, like, GT7 a thing on this channel again, stream-wise. GT4 as well, like... GT4 Online is something that I've always wanted to get back into, but it's just... I never really get around to it. I cannot drive this thing. Oh, I didn't even notice I do have tire wear. Yeah, I mean, people say, oh, it's for the challenge, but I mean, car restrictions are a thing. Like, just use car restrictions. And if people want to exploit it, then fine. Let them exploit it. I'm not going to try to get too tilted over it, but there was this one smooth brain in my comments who I banned by now because all he did was complain about things. Which the only thing he complained about was people complaining about things, which is funny. But he's like, I don't know why you're bitching about the pre-selected cars things. You just want to exploit it because you're bad. And I'm like, alright, dude, you can pretend that you're good at single player all you want. Nobody's impressed and nobody cares. Event restrictions are a thing. If people want to exploit their tunes just to win easier, then let them. Treating it as like some kind of competition or some shit. I can't stand people like that. Like, complaining about a game because it's made a certain way is one thing, but complaining about people complaining about things is like, and here I am complaining about the person that was complaining about other people. Complainception. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that topic. That fucker doesn't deserve another second of my attention. He's banned anyways now. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a DLC. It just feels like a prologue. But I never really played any of the Gran Turismo prologue games. There you go. I'm exposed to being a fraud, I guess, but I never really got into them. But it kind of feels like a prologue game or like a demo of the game or something. It doesn't feel like its own thing. Oh, I forgot the qualifier is like a time limit too, so I have to sit here and wait. Or at least I could put down one solid lap and then fast forward the rest of it. So, as far as the 24-hour races go, first I was confused because I never saw them in the menu, but they do appear after you finish like an entire section. So, you have to get them to appear by clearing up one whole thing, and then you need like 500 stars or more to unlock them and actually do them. And there is no B-spec, but you can save mid-race. It doesn't explicitly say that it saves it, but if you retire, I think that's what the prompt is in the pause menu, but if you leave the race, then it will save it, and you can go back to it later. Or you could just put your PS5 into rest mode. But you can't, like, leave the game and do it that way. Oh my god. I want to turn off that annoying suggested gear indicator so bad because my eyes just can't stay away from it. It's red and it flashes. Like, it's... My brain is wired to do what it says. And it's wrong half the time. Getting promoted to a full-time sim racer, I would have a lot of work to do, believe me. I mean, I'm kind of mid at the game right now. If I play for a solid amount of time and I really like put the hours into a certain combo, then I can get pretty decent at it. But jumping into a race, like with a car I haven't driven in forever, on a track I haven't driven in forever, it takes a very long time for me to get up to speed. No pun intended. And it's gonna be like that with daily races too. I feel like I have decent racecraft, but my hot lapping skills are almost non-existent, if that makes sense. I followed the suggested gear again. I did it again, and it brought me off track. It's mind control. But as far as like income goes, I'd have to like quadruple my current YouTube income to make this viable. Full time at least. Which I could probably easily get to if I just start doing this consistently and uploading like 3 or 4 times a week. But I don't know. That's all like... There's no guarantees for anything. But hey, you never know until you do it. And I've been wanting to do just like a random stream like this just to put my feet in the water for a few days, and today was finally the day. Because they let me go work pretty early, probably because of the same reasons I'm about to get fired, I think, but... So I said, fuck it, alright, well, if I'm going home early today, then I'm streaming. I'm gonna finally do it. And, on a normal work day, I get home pretty late, so I might not stream on full work days, but if they let me go early, or if I'm off, then I'll probably fire up a GT7 stream for a few hours like tonight. I think that's my current plan. I'm gonna do one more lap, just to be safe. Also, the car's not that bad to drive. Not as bad as I thought it would be. It being old and whatnot. Doesn't really slide that much out of corners either. They are not too far behind either. Gillian Drumont is just 2 tenths off to me. Off. More like 1.5 tenths. Yeah, that is something I don't know the answer to, actually. And here I go. That's what happens whenever I look at chat into a braking zone. I'm gonna get a nice toe off this guy, though. And also, there's no penalties in these races, too. So if you want to cut corners, then by all means. But one other thing I was going to say about the 24-hour races is it's actually cool that they finally implemented this, but you actually get dirt and tar buildup on the cars over time. The only other track that it does that is Willow Springs, and I think it's just Big Willow. Where if you drive around for long enough, you will see like bug guts and tar and just debris build up on the front of the car. It doesn't do that for any other track as far as I know. But for this, they finally actually implemented it into a race. Also, I should forward this up. Forward it up. Yeah. English. Well, if you go straight and cut it big enough, then it'll reset your car, but most of the time you can get away with it. Yeah, one thing's for sure, if I do a lot of sport mode, then I'm definitely going to get better pace overall. But the problem with sport mode is that a lot of times you are going to have bad drivers take you out, or you're going to make a mistake and take somebody else out, and it's kind of awkward whenever that happens. Also, this opening intro sequence is kind of cool. Igor Fraga and P6. The fall off is generational. Igor's a goat at this game. Or he was until he got promoted to Super Formula. Also, isn't it weird that some of these races start you, like, way further back? Like at Laguna Seca. You started, like, after the corkscrew, for whatever reason, instead of on the line. Okay, you just have... You got max power. Yeah, got max power. Shout out. Dive bomb. Okay. See, this is the part I kind of like about Sophie. They have racecraft, but they do get a little bit sketchy sometimes with it. But let's see if they take a weird line this time. Yeah, it's like... The approach for this corner is a little bit weird, but they never use, like, the full track surface. Track width. It's like they park their car in the middle going into a corner for whatever reason. And then Gillian Drumont's just taking a line of all time. Okay, well, apparently that's where all my time was coming from. They do not take the chicane that well. Yeah, my problem with sport mode is definitely going to be like dealing with dirty drivers and how I react to it, especially on stream, because I have done like my fair share of sport mode in this game, like nowhere near as much as other people have, but in my chase for A+ DR, I've had a few run-ins with certain select people that weren't exactly dirty, but they had absolutely no etiquette or like idea how to actually race. Like, leaving... You always have to leave the space. I don't remember the exact quote, but it's... You must always leave in the space. I would be on the outside of them, and they would just shove me wide off the track multiple times. And they would feel like they were doing nothing wrong. And they would get no penalty for it. Also, this is kind of bad. I need to get back up there. See, like, on turn, what is that? Turn 3, I think? Whatever, the third hair... The third, yeah. I thought I braked in the same spot I did the previous lap, but apparently not. And I just sent it all the way through the corner. Major skill issue, major cope. Anyway, what was I talking about? All the time you have to leave it the space. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I would love to do lobbies like a lot. But we kind of got to work our way up to it to make them populated. Or I could just join other streamers' lobbies too. We could probably like merge them. I know that's going to be the biggest thing, trying to build viewership for like sport mode streams and stuff. It's just like playing with other streamers is going to be the thing. I am thinking, so as far as like redoing this game from scratch, I am considering making it an EU-based account so I can build a DR and start playing with a lot of the European streamers, because it feels like 90% of the streamers and content creators are from Europe, like specifically the UK. There's not a whole lot of us Americans out there. And I think like I am the biggest or the second biggest one. I think there is one guy that does have more subs than me, but I don't know if I want to count him because most of his content uses AI. So yeah, you can judge however you want as far as that goes, but point is, please keep it straight, I beg. There's not a whole lot of us, and yeah. I feel like the racing's better in the EU region. There's more streamers and content creators there, so maybe I'll be running into them more often as soon as I get to like A+. But then again, like a lot of A+ drivers, they play whenever they're streaming, so it might be a lot harder to get into their lobbies. But it would be cool to kind of like get into the club. If you catch my drift. Yeah, stream sniping is probably going to be a problem. But I think most of the people that are just trolls in sport mode, they're not going to qualify that high in the first place, I don't think. So pretty much like my whole way up to at least DRA is just going to be like starting P1, finishing P1, which is kind of what the case was for this account. The only thing I'm worried about is my connection and my ping. I hope it's not too bad, but I know a lot of EU players have American accounts, and most of the time they're fine on it. Alright, I'm just going to cut through the grass, leaving the track for an advantage. Call me Lando Norris. So I did get to like bottom of A+. At some point, I don't remember when it was, but then oh my god, I hate this corner so much in that braking zone. But yeah, what I was saying is there was a Group 4 race at Big Willow one day, and I was like, bet, because this was right after I made a video of the 4-rotor RX-7 at Big Willow. So I learned the track, and I finally got decent at it, and I was like, Okay, well, daily race at Big Willow now. Probably do fairly decent in this. And I had 2 terrible races in a row. And on the 3rd race, I went off track and I rage quit. And that tanked my DR back to like a high DRA. And I haven't really touched sport mode ever since then. So it's just been sitting there. And I definitely don't want to jump back into sport mode on combos that I'm not good at. Fuji is still one of my worst tracks of all time. Yas Marina in Group 4s, I'm not really interested in. And Super Formula at Gilles Villeneuve is just a SR and DR tanker. I need to build my DR, not crush it. Also, if I don't get P1 in this race, it's going to really suck having to do it all over again, because these races with the qualifying stacked on top of it, they take quite a while. Also, I think I finally found the actual braking zone. See, like, what is this line? Like, Miyazono, what are you doing, bud? Aren't you supposed to be a champion or something? Making them shallow-ass lines. I was also hoping with Spec 3 that we would get weather on more tracks. Yeah, we didn't. Rain still does not exist in North America, according to Polyphony Digital Logic. Still gonna lose a slip. So, like, yeah, nice balancing. Or not. Alright. Pretty wide? Maybe? Nope. Jermont did not want to go for it. I guess speaking of GTWS, I would have really liked to go to LA, but the finances just did not line up for it, unfortunately. Would have been nice to meet some of my fellow Americans. And Japan would have been even cooler, but if I'm doing a Japan trip, I want to go all out. Like, stay there for 2 weeks. And probably, like, bring a car back with me. In a cargo box. In a cargo box. Dexter reference, by the way. If anyone's confused. Gonna be right back up on my ass any second. Oh wait. Oh, no you can't. I just read you could... brake balance, but apparently you can't. Hey, I finally hit that apex. Leave a like for that. I'm evolving. Yeah, Coda's, I mean, they have a lot of issues with parking and like event management and stuff. It's actually kind of ruined my day a few times, but other than that, Coda is pretty cool. They're trying to turn it into like a whole ass like entertainment venue type thing now, where it's not just a racetrack, but they already had it before, but there's a outdoor concert venue, there's a soccer field. Yes, I'm going to use the term soccer. What the fuck is a kilometer? And now they're trying to build a amusement park and some other stuff around it. So yeah, they're going all out with Coda now. But they don't have the roads or the infrastructure to support it yet, so they're just throwing in all this shit, and it's like, people are going to be sitting in their car for 2 hours waiting to park somewhere. If it can't handle Radwood in the first opening hour, then it can't handle F1 or God knows what else goes there in the future. Also, we won. Thank fuck. Leave it to the USA to make a road, or to make a place and not think about the roads to get in there. Yep. Exactly. I don't even know what my brain was doing trying to read that. It was a completely finely formatted message, but it just malfunctioned. So, yeah, we can do Celebration of Sarth, but I want to do Road Atlanta on these. I already drove the Rampage at Laguna Seca, so we'll try something different. I think this will be the last Power Pack race I do for tonight, and then I'm either going to do a lobby after this, or... I don't know, I guess the lobby is the only last thing I could do, because I really don't want to do a daily race now that I think about it. Could try one, but I feel like it's not going to go that great. And I'm going to need like 30 minutes to practice for it anyways, which I haven't done yet. Also, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever driven this car once. It is a slidey boy on Racing Hards too. You know what? Yeah, I think I haven't driven a single car with a manual shifter yet. I think it's because they don't want anybody doing H-pattern shifters, because if you have an actual H-pattern shifter, you can shift way faster with it. That's how I got top 10 in one of the master license tests. I think it's M Master License B3 or something like that. It's a Honda Beat at St. Croix, however you say it. It's just a flat out corner, but yeah, it's just a flat out corner in the Honda Beat. But if you have an H-pattern shifter, you can shift faster than everyone else on a controller or paddle shifters, and you can shave off like an extra tenth or two. So that's how I got like top 10 for a really long time. I was trying to get P1, but I think I was like behind by like 200ths, and I just could not find it. All right. I think I might have to accept fairly quickly that I cannot drive this absolute boat. La Croissant. Is that an engine? I think that's an engine. I had no idea this was mid-engine. A mid-engine Mustang hot rod thing. Alright, well that explains the handling. I'm guessing this is one of the Gran Turismo Award SEMA show cars or something like that. Like the Rampage. Easy braking zone for this, at least, by the red sign. Just survive, please. Survive the lap. Drive to survive, more like survive to drive. Alright, not as impressive as I was hoping, but we'll do one more before qualifying. Could be a little bit more aggressive with the corner cutting. Y'all remember that absolutely horrible Red Bull X 2019 time trial on this track? Lawn mowing simulator. It sucked. Never cook again, whoever made that. Alright, well, that is pretty solid right there. I'll go ahead and call that good. But can I replicate that in qualifying? That is the question. That's the question. You got 0.95% in that time trial on a controller too. You are mad. I think I barely got into the gold, and then I just said, fuck it. Unless that was like a 6% gold thing that they do every now and then. Is it 6% or is it 5%? I forgot. Every now and then they'll change the requirement. The recent time trial, the Citroen at Maggiore, that was probably one of the worst ones I've ever done because the car is just so trash. Like, imagine spinning out mid-corner at speed, by the way. Terrible car, and like the worst track for it, probably. And you need an invite to buy one of those things, too. Also, for whatever reason, it's a paddle shift car, and it shifts like a stick shift. So, yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah, I'm glad they finally, like, fixed the invite thing. To give PD credit, they have fixed most of the, like, stupid game design flaws that the game had, like, at launch. They made engine swaps buyable. They gave you the ability to sell cars, and now it took them way too long to do it, but now the invite system is fixed. And you can do it just through progression now instead of a roll of the dice. I think I'm just going to go ahead and call that good enough. Yeah, they still haven't fixed the PP system. Tuning is still broken. That must really suck. I bet they spent like so much development time working on that thing, and then for people to break it within the first week of the game being out. And they had to remove more and more things from it over time too. First they made it to where suspension doesn't change the PP. Then they made it to where the transmission gearing doesn't change it either. So now it's strictly downforce, weight, and power. Pretty sure. And a couple, like, other things here and there, like roll cages will affect it. I think wheel sizes will affect it too. I'm not certain on that, but yeah, it could have been really good. But people have their ways of finding ways to cheese things. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. The whine on that supercharger sounds like a data center that I used to make deliveries to. Big ol' crypto mining operation. Just think of that whining noise, but hundreds of them in a big metal building with just like maybe a slightly higher pitch. So yeah, that's what a data center sounds like, and that's why I hate them. Yeah, it's all the fans. Like, whenever I first pulled up to that place, it felt like I was entering Chernobyl. Because it was all, like... It looked like a big, old factory with overgrowth everywhere. And big, old power lines, like, rushing to it from every single direction. And I was like, oh my god, what fucking place am I delivered to? And, yeah, it was a data center. An absolute shit stain of a site. An otherwise beautiful countryside. I wish they could just build shit, like, in the middle of the ocean. Away from everybody's line of sight. That would be nice. No, it wasn't Spectrum. I would say what the company was, but I kind of don't want to give away the location of it. Or get any scary letters in the mail. But yeah. Forget I asked. Oh my... This is exactly what I was talking about. It's just... Nice re-entry. Can my clutch get engaged, please? Oh my god, the car was just revving and going nowhere. Reminds me of my car. Oh shit, this is only 5 laps too. Why is this... Okay, well, it is only the second race. Yeah. That's why it's only 5 laps. I'm probably gonna lose this one now. But yeah, you see what I mean? It's like... I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just bad. It's all the microplastics and lead. Blocking my train of thought. Choking my brain cells out. Oh my... Get on the road! What is wrong with me? I might have to abuse track limits. I have not made up any time. And I have no slipstream either. Fuck it. Fuck it. Penalize me. I almost wiped out there, by the way. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Okay. Thank you for not resetting me. I don't care. You may force me to use certain cars, but you can't force me to stay in track limits because you forgot to get penalties. Take that, nerd, in my comments. Probably still gonna lose, though. I'm still quite far behind. This is literally just a GT4 playthrough. Yeah, some of the corners, they just don't reset, or it's not, like, bad enough to reset you. It might do it this time, though. No! Fuck you, Lucas Manelli! I did not want to do that again. Fuck it. Probably left it off because I knew driving these things is an issue. Yeah, probably. I didn't get a clean racing bonus. I don't think that's actually a thing in Power Pack, but... yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to do that over again. All because my brain just... It does things. Sometimes. How long have I been live? Oh, wow. It's only been an hour and 40 minutes. But let me just go ahead and collect my grand prize of 4-star ticket. I can't wait to see what I get this time. I hope it's not slop and a total waste of my time. Can't wait. I swear to God, if it gives me a Citroen invite... Stage 5 weight reduction for a Tesla Model 3 Performance. Arguably worse. But, yeah. I don't know what else to do. I could just hop into a quick daily race and get absolutely obliterated. Watching the Game Awards now? Yeah, I kind of haven't been paying attention to that at all, actually. Alright. If I'm going to do any of these, do I want to tank my DR and SR? Do I want to tank my DR and also bore myself to death? Or do I want to certainly tank my DR and embarrass myself? Also, I just noticed that is the 2005 GT layout in the thumbnail. The chicane's blocked off. Fix your game. I could try this again, too. Just turbo suffering. Yeah, Fuji, I mean, Fuji is tried and true for daily races. It's just that I suck at it. It's very, very, very hard to master. And I'm not even just talking about the last section. I mean, like, after turn 2 or 3 or whatever the turn that is, fast left-hander, that is extremely hard for me. Because there's no, like, solid markers there. But yeah, we did find out what my best time at Tsukuba Circuit is. 58.383. And surprisingly, like 2.5% for this one, with not even a really good lap. I really should at least try to get a silver on this, because it's a free 1,000,000 credits. I'm gonna drive like absolute ass again. But I gotta do something. I want to make this stream at least 2 hours, and we still have like 17 minutes to go. I'm gonna try to figure out what to do with GT7 streams on like bad daily race weeks. Of course, I'm gonna do like start over a new playthrough eventually, but not until I can do it consistently, which I can't right now. Not track limits, surprisingly. Why am I correcting when nothing's happening? What is wrong with me? The car does nothing, but I just auto-correct anyways. And it was like a semi-decent start, too. That was the worst part about it. And now I'm like this far deep into the corner this time around. Fuck me. I hate this car so much to drive. It's a cool car to look at and listen to. It sucks ass to drive. Oh, because it's a van. And there's slippery AstroTurf or whatever that shit is on the outside of the corner. I will suffer by myself. How's it going? Horribly. This is pain. This car is pain. Pain without love. Don't touch the thing. Really hard to judge when to get back on the throttle for corners like that. Nope. And I've always sent it too deep into here too. Every single time. Dare I say that is like one of the more challenging corners in the entire game. Don't touch the thing. I still didn't check what the gold time is. I don't know why I do that every single time. I never check what the actual gold time is before starting one of these. And then I lose my reference after I back out to check. And it's not good enough. I've got a heavy foot on corner exits too. Have y'all noticed that? Like, I have a tendency to just shoot it past half throttle. Not a big toe guy. Big. Jesus Christ, I just lost all my time right there. I can feel the opposite side of the car just like lifting off the ground and the tires chirping. Damn it! Ugh! I felt like I was nowhere near that fucking thing. But nope, I still tickled it by a couple atoms. Mr. Dowdy definitely feels like that right now. And this lap is invalidated too. For whatever reason, the thing that I touched was 2 corners before. Go flip yourself into a ditch. Game. 151. I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get anywhere near that, but I will lock in a solid silver and retire for life at this combo. And now I did, yeah, nowhere near it. No. I actually never used the analog sticks for brake and throttle. I was a face button guy. It's like that one meme. He was a face buttons guy. She was an analog stick girl. I'm just braking way early for that one because every other time I just can't get it. Screw you, Bullard. I did not touch you this time. Eat me. It wasn't a gold. We're like 6/10 off the gold. But, ladies and gentlemen, we actually put a lap down in this pile. We have a lap. I repeat, we have a lap. And I've spent like maybe 45 minutes total on this combo. Matter of fact, I haven't driven this outside of this time trial. But I did buy the car, so I actually can't do it based off of mileage. Let's just do this better. That's where all my time was right there. Look at that. Half a second, easy. Now if I could just get the approach for this upcoming bit. lost time there for one reason or another. No, steer. Oh, I don't know if that's it. It's a 51. It's a 150.1, I should say. But I don't think that's good enough as far as like a safety net goes. I would like a 150 flat. Alright, well, I guess we'll find out. $167 is gold. Yep. Fuck. Oh wow, look at that. The yeah, the record is ahead by 0.2. And even like the top 10 itself, top 20 is like pretty far spread. So unfortunately, yep, I gotta go for a 49 to be safe. And I lost my frame of reference too, so thanks game for not having that either. It's gotta be more risky and also nail turn 1. Turn 1 I have a couple tenths in, easy. If I can get the car there, that is. It did it again. Didn't let me downshift once. Skipped an input. Miss input. It did it again. Does it actually have shift protection? Because that would explain it, probably. I'm not trying to bang it off the limiter, but... damn. Just do what I say. Yep, it is shift protection. I spammed it that time, and it only... yeah. Stop bouncing. They added it today. Well, at least they can't exploit that anymore. Banging it off the limiter for more rotation. Surprised they didn't fix that sooner. Don't know how I didn't touch the wall there. I just lost all my time in this last quarter. Ah, it's better. There we go. Decent. Nail this. Nail this. Nail this. No touchy, no bouncy. There we go. There's another couple tints. Always terrible at this corner. Came really close to every single obstacle at that time. Nope, there goes my 10th. Alright, 149.8. I will consider that solid in terms of my own skill level. 2.72%. Top 5,000 elite. So, yeah, it would be nice to get somewhere in this range in the next few months. Kidding, of course it's not going to happen that fast, but yeah. Some recognizable names up here. But this one, yeah, this one was torture. This car is the absolute polar opposite of my driving style. Slow. Slow and extremely patient on the throttle. I'm not patient on the throttle. I have a lead foot. But yeah, that's it. That's enough of that. And that might be enough of the stream tonight, too. It's only 2 hours. But I'm just getting my feet wet with this GT7 streaming stuff. I'm probably going to do my next stream on Monday, depending on what the daily races are. If not, no lobbies. Yeah, probably not for tonight. I'm starving. And there's not enough viewers anyways, so we'll probably get like 2 or 3 people in, and then the rest will be randoms, and it'll be weird, so... I'm going to figure some things out for the rest of the week. Also, I could do this, too. Do I want to? No, I don't. I'm going to call it there. And, yeah. So... I don't know what's going on with my job. If they let me go early, then I'll stream. And I guess I'll start making content regularly too until I get something else. But if it lasts until the end of the year, then streams and videos are going to be a little scarce because I don't have a lot of time for it. But I'll figure something out. So anyways, with that being said, thank you all for watching today's random stream. And, hopefully I'll be back again sometime next week for some daily race action, unless I change my mind and do some daily races sometime this weekend. But, yeah, so far I'm not really interested in any of these 3 right now. But for the last time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you whenever.